So this is now part 3 of us disassembling when I say us, I mean you.
Yeah.
Disassembling a 3035 Rolex movement.
And I'm going to remove the cannon pinion. Can you see the cannon pinion right there?
I can, from a vintage
Okay.
Rolex Samara.
So I'm just going to take and use the tool to pry it up.
Okay.
Done.
Yep.
Off. And I'm going to put it with the bridge parts.
Yep.
I mean the dial. I apologize. I put them in the wrong spot.
Ready for potting up?
Yeah, I'll move them real quick because I don't want to. I just like to keep them organized. Put them over there on the dial side parts. Sorry if I don't know if I got in your way.
All right. Come back from above.
Okay. So anyways, we're good over there. I find that this spring doesn't come out on me. He likes to stay there. So we need to remove this rocker right here, this wigwam wheel. See that little, these two little nipples there?
Yeah.
They advance the date
So
wheel.
this is what drives the calendar wheel round.
For adjustment. It doesn't drive it.
Oh, sorry, it's when you want to move to the next day
Quick
because
set.
you've worn it for a wet.
Yeah, that is your quick set.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It is there. And there's no messing up when you put this back together. It's all lined up for you. It's got some grease on there like D5 or something. It's greasy. And now here's your yoke under there. This is your yoke, your set spring.
There's a lot going on with these components.
Your jumper. That's your jumper spring. A little slippery. That one over there. Get this screw up right here. And this jumper will come up. And the grease from the minute wheel
has kept it attached to it.
Yeah. So we get the minute wheel off. And there's an intermediate spring. Oh, intermediate wheel that went right there.
And another wheel as well that seems stuck on.
Minute wheel came off. Jumper. Now we got to carefully remove our yoke spring. Get a good grip on it.
So it doesn't go pitching.
Yep. There's our yoke. And since the yoke didn't come up, I think he'll come up with the Rodico. There we go.
Look at that.
Came up.
Devil's putty work this time.
Yep. And now this is our set lever, and it acts with this hack lever there.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not forget when we put this together that the hack lever comes first because it tucks under this slot in the main plate. So anyways, this spring here is similar to the one on the 135, but I bet you that this screw is longer. So of all your little screws on this side of the watch, this is the long one. Doesn't mean you can't get away. If you notice, he's longer. Why, I don't know. But they decided when they were working late in Switzerland that it had to be longer. And I would have just kept them all the same. Yep. And now our set lever will come up. Not a lot to grip, but there he comes up.
Yeah.
And you can see where he acts with everything else. This pin here sits on the stem groove. This is your button that you depress when you want to disengage the stem. And this is the one that engages with the hack slide spring lever. And this is the rivet, or the pin from the other side. And it actually works with that spring that holds it down. And this is your jumper. Engagement to the jumper. That's it. And here is our slide spring. It comes out. There we go. And I will clean them with the soft parts. I'm also going to move the minute wheel over to the other wheels. And I'll show you, I'll do a little rearranging here in a minute. So we have let's just talk about minute pinion. You said minute pinion.
Could be.
Well, your third and seconds comes through. There's a green jewel there, and it might be an acrylic pivot. It might not be a jewel. It's green, so I have the feeling it's plastic or
An acrylic.
another
Just
low
not falling
friction.
through.
Oh, and look what it brought with it.
Oh, it took a whole wheel with it. Oh,
Took a
and
hair
is that
with
a
it.
piece of hair with it?
Yeah.
Was that already on it, do you think?
Yeah, it was in there. The watch worked for many years with that hair there. Wonder whose hair it is. Anyway,
I could analyse it for you.
well, the watchmaker.
It looks a bit wiry.
So, but here there's a minute pinion. So the cannon pinion sits on it, and the cannon pinion holds the minute wheel. So is it a minute pinion? Ah. Right? Comes through the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Cannon pinion sits on it, right? Let's grab the cannon pinion.
I'm just chasing you around at the moment.
Right?
Okay.
Cannon pinion sits on it.
Right.
So the minute wheel sits on the cannon pinion. So it is a minute pinion. How about that?
I never questioned you.
Well, I think it's good that we.
Well, I said it was minute.
It's good that we got down to the
If you have
bottom
a really
of it.
small watch, like the 24, 26 millimeter, and it's even smaller, would it be a minute minute pinion?
Yes, I agree with you. Well, they're all minute.
But there'd be a minuter.
Now we're going to put the balance back on.
Yes. Now, I didn't know this, but the reason you put the balance back on is it's obviously the hairspring inside is quite fragile. So you reattach it for cleaning so that it's kind of safely attached to the main. Is that you call that the base plate?
Main plate.
Main plate.
Now I am going to let it dangle. And I'm just going to gently set it down. And then I'm going to just tilt it a little bit so I can see what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But I need to get the pivot in its jewel. And it twisted on me. So we're just going to go ahead and get that jewel, that pivot. In the jewel. And get this bridge in place. Right there. Just like that.
And you can see the freedom of movement again, that it's sort of in the right place.
Were you following me?
Yep, dragging you
good.
around.
Sorry.
And then you're going to put the screw back in.
I needed to grab the screw.
No, that's okay.
So now, this one doesn't jump around as much as the 3135, but I'm still going to hold it down to be safe for you. And we're going to get that screw, drive it home.
Back on.
And remember that screw is one of the longer ones. 3 for the train bridge and 1 for the balance. There. And
Lovely.
our little balance is free.
And you can see it moving, which is great.
And we're ready to go to the cleaner.
And that's it. So we're broken down. If I just zoom out a little bit, I just want people to see how you've organised the parts as they've been coming out as well, because you tend to pot these into, is it 5 different baskets? Obviously the hands won't go in, but you can see you've put your train set up in one bit. You've got most of your screws, you've got some larger parts here.
You've got one group here, one group here, one big group here, and one group here. We'll get the hands out of the way.
Those won't go.
And I'll take the barrel off video. I'll take the barrel apart.
Yeah.
And we'll have it ready to the cleaner.
Fabulous. So this, we actually have a separate video of us cleaning a 3135 movement. All cleaning's the same. It goes through a 4-step process, a sort of an initial clean with slightly used cleaning solution. Then it goes into a much cleaner solution. And then we're looking at a rinse and a kind of heat and alcohol finish. So there's a separate video for that. So that's the end. That's part 3. Again, please like and subscribe. It super helps us out. Please bear with us as we get better and better at using the camera on such small little items. And we'll put some more information in the description. But thank you.